What is up, ladies and gentlemen, to the first ever episode of On News Network, where we are about to break down some of the most fascinating, unbiased news ever. Now, you might ask yourself, Connor, what does Un News Network mean? It means the most unbiased news. Because here, we don't have any agendas, so we don't really give a shit. So obviously I've put the article over in this direction, up there, and we're going to go through it and see where CNN solely puts in their bias. Do you fucking down with me or not? If not, then you'll leave the video, I guess. Fuck my couch. God damn it. Alright, so let's see how Chris Eliza breaks down CNN's article, 5 key takeaways from Donald Trump's State of the Union speech. This guy doesn't label this as an opinionated editorial, even though we all know it is. Let's be honest.
President West. The point is to cut through the spin and bring you the news you need and want to know. We'll have new episodes every week.
Dude. Yeah, you cut the spin my ass. So basically, the majority of this spin comes at the end of this article, all the way down to number 5. But we'll go through each point and see what the fuck he's saying about this shit, because it's all just a big jumbled mess. So this motherfucker with a leather face says that Trump starts on a bipartisan note and then changes up the rhetoric and repeatedly cast Democrats as obstructionists, bent upon open borders and unwilling to condemn voices within their party making the abortion remarks. Trump called them out on the fucking bullshit about post-birth abortions, and if you believe that, I'm sorry, you need to leave, because you can't admit that that's not murder. Post-birth abortions, that's murder. So anybody that thinks that, sorry, you can unsub here, because you condone killing babies. Bye-bye. Point motherfucking being that this wasn't a bipartisan issue. This is just a morality issue, so it's not about him being non-bipartisan. Then it gets into this particular perspective that it was a quote that Donald Trump brought up, that if there's going to be peace and legislation, there cannot be war and investigation. It just doesn't work that way. He's basically saying that if you want to continue a great prosperous relationship, pointing fingers at each other just doesn't help. And I can kind of get behind that idea, can't you? I mean, it's like the Make America Great Again. It triggers so many people, but it's a good sentiment. There's nothing more beyond that to some people. So Chris Sleazeball drops a couple truth bombs up in this bitch. He does mention that Congress has more women than ever before. That's true. Is a women rule thing. Okay, that's a cool opinion. Wait a minute. Hold the fucking phones. Are you guys seeing what I'm seeing? Is this another truth bomb of all truth bombs? CNN pointing out contradictions made by the Democrats? Oh my god, this might be bigger news than when they almost changed it to the DNN, the Democratic News Network. You might ask yourself, what's the contradiction? Let me tell you. Chris Sleazy earned his name back for pointing this out. Majority of the Democrats actually voted for a wall, and inevitably it got turned down, obviously. But he points this out. In the past, most of the people in this room voted for a goddamn wall. Sorry, I keep looking up at the text because I can't believe that it's in front of me. The proper wall never got built, and yet these are the people that are contradicting that and now not voting for a wall. It's because it's Trump's plan. So are they deliberately obstructing this bill from passing, even though they wanted it a couple years ago? That's why Trump is calling these people out, because they're contradicting their own beliefs. You should do the same thing. So this is where we get to the juicy spin of this story, right? This stuff that he says he's trying to edit out of the news.
To cut through the spin and bring you the news you need. To cut through the spin and bring you the news you need.
And here it is, right here. Let me highlight it. So he says that he tries to remove spin from articles, yet he determines how particular parties should react. So first he says, for Democrats, these reactions will set off waves of elation, meaning when she's doing that little stupid fucking thing, she's saying that Democrats should be elated that they're acting childish, and meanwhile Republicans will look at it as an unwilling to ever give the president the benefit of the doubt. Like, how can we not think that when even in your own goddamn articles you say things like it could work if someone said it other than Trump? It doesn't sound like there's any give to that. And again, I will point out every goddamn fucking time, there's no opinion op-ed listed anywhere in this. It's just 5 takeaways from the editor-in-chief. Like, what the fuck? Is this real? The reaction short story for Republicans. So he's basically saying, this is how you should react if you're this party. That is a spin if I've ever seen one. I hope that this article and me pointing these spins out helps you fucking see it. If you haven't already, you probably have because you stumbled across this video, and I appreciate you fucking sticking around, man or woman. You go, person. You go, Glenn Coco. My name's Connor from Always Nerdy TV. I'm gonna do some more of these videos, and hopefully you fucking watch them, because we're gonna point out all the flaws in CNN, even Washington Post, New York Times, Fox. If there's faux pas in there, we're calling everybody out. At the Unbiased News Network, we give it to you like it is. Unyawn. This bullshit won't make you yawn, only the shit that you read. And we're gonna call that out. So, fucking A, man. Thanks again for watching. You have a great goddamn day. My name's Connor. Like and subscribe down below if you can. If you don't, I'm gonna poop my pants. Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Okay, bye.